ala Rasul Kareem. Amongst the first ayah that we have read talks about Zakaria alayhi salam, and particularly Allah says abadahu Zakaria. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks at him as an abd, as a servant, and the first thing we should be viewed as is servants of Allah. When someone looks at us, they must not look at us as he is by such and such profession, he is a memorizer of the Quran, or he is an engineer. First, he is an abd. First, he is a servant of Allah. And it so happens after becoming the servant of Allah, that individual became engineer, lawyer, scholar, or whatever else it must be. And in today's time, each one of us unfortunately suffer from the disease of I am such and such, and I just happen to be a Muslim. It should be I am a Muslim first, a servant of Allah, and it so happens that Allah gave me a certain skill, and with this certain skill I am able to attain whatever little I can for survival. So here Allah says abadahu, his servant. Who was his servant? Zakaria alayhi salam. And one of the things he had a habit of doing was asking Allah, and he would ask Allah nida'an khafiya, in a very humble and soft voice for whatever his needs are. Now we spoke about a little earlier about dua. One of the things we must do when we make dua is, as we understand, is that understand the value of Allah before we ask Allah. Before you go purchase anything, you try to find out the market value of it, so that way you are not hurt in the pricing points, etc. Likewise, when it comes to Allah, before you ask Him, understand His value. Understand who is Allah, what is Allah, the magnificence of Allah, and the greatness of Allah. When you understand these things, then you don't just pick up your hand and just start asking. Then there is the adab, and the adab is you will try to be as clean as possible. Before you ask Allah, you will give a charity before that to whoever, a poor person or needy person, or you will make intention of giving charity. You will perform salah, you will make istighfar, you will ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for tawbah, you will take His name, you will take His various sifat, you will read a little bit of Quran, you will do everything getting ready for that big effect. And thereafter you will ask Allah. You won't just say, oh Allah, I need this. First you will say, oh Allah, you have never let me down. Oh Allah, you've always given me what I needed. Oh Allah, you've always been kind to me even though I was ungrateful to you. Thereafter you say, oh Allah, I also have an additional need, and oh Allah, you are my creator, you are my sustainer, you know best whether this need should be fulfilled or not. But I am weak, and to me it's a need, and I'm asking you for it. And oh Allah, if you accept it, if you feel it is great or good in my best interest, then oh Allah, in my best interest, accept it. And oh Allah, if you reject it, I still will not be angry, I will not be upset, because oh Allah, you know what is good for me better than I know for myself. And this is essentially the adab of dua. Of course, there's another dua we read, another ayah we read, Udu'u rabbakum tadarru'an wa khufya, make dua silently and softly. Immediately people read that ayah, like one guy used it against me. You said loud dua is not good, why do you make loud dua? Now what are you going to answer a person like that? But anyway, the adab of dua is very, very simple. The ideal dua is a soft dua. The ulama are unanimous on this, that when we have a group of people that do not know dua or the value of dua, or do not know how to make dua in the Arabic language, then you must make the dua loud enough with the intention that they can learn the dua. Therefore, you will not every salah read a new dua. You will read similar dua over and over till the people get it, and gradually you will increase one dua or one additional dua every now and then. And this rule applies even to the major dua that takes place some places 21st night, 23rd night, 25th night, 27th night, 29th night, whatever night. However, we have to be moderate about those duas. We understand that those duas are not ideal, but you have to understand that if you are not going to even make that dua, then people will not understand the value of making long dua on their own. So if we just cut out the dua, there'll be a bigger fitna than the dua that you are making. So therefore the adab is, we have mentioned it, and the ulama themselves, including the ulama of various strict places, have given leeway and latitude for general audiences. in this given structure. And this is something that we have to also appreciate and understand. Under ideal condition, every person must make their own dua. Under ideal condition, everyone must get up for tahajjud salah. We are not living in an ideal world. You're living with a guy like me in front of you. What do you expect? It cannot be an ideal world. Anyway, continuing thereafter, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala thereafter talks about Maryam alayhi salam. And for our sisters, and those of you that have daughters and daughter-in-laws, you can go and share this story with them. Maryam alayhi salam, to make the story short, was at a certain place. And the following takes place. A person comes to her and she said, and look at the various defenses she has used. Inni a'udhu bir-Rahman minka in kunta taqiya. Leave me, go away from me, don't send me a smiley face text message, do not send me flowers for Valentine. A'udhu bir-Rahman. I'm seeking refuge in Allah. You are approaching me, I'm seeking my help from Allah, that you go away from me, and go away from me if you are a good pious person. First defense has two statements, Allah and giving advice. Thereafter she goes to the next ayah. And the next ayah is, look here lady, I'm here for a reason. I've been sent to you, I'm going to give you something very special, a child. She doesn't just say, thank you, you're a handsome man, okay, child from you, I want your baby. No, none of that. What she said, Anna yakunu li ghulam. You are coming to me and you are telling me that you are going to give me a child. How can you give me a child? Walam yamsasni bashar. That no man has ever touched me. And not only no man has ever touched me, walam aku baghiya. I am not even a loose woman that fools around and plays around. So first she says, I seek refuge in Allah. And you go away from me if you, not you brother, you go away from me if you're not a pious person. Thereafter the second argument he makes, no, I want to be with you. Allah has sent me to be with you. I'm going to give you something. Thereafter she says, what are you arguing? What are you lying about? How can you deceive me? How can you give me something, a child, when no person has even touched me? And by the way, for reference, walam aku baghiya, I am not a loose woman that fools around, so now leave me and go away. قال كذلك قال ربك وعلي هين ولنجعله آية للناس ورحمة منا وكان أمرا مقضيا. Essentially said, this angel, before he said he was an angel, he had to prove that I will go through a certain sign and I will not touch you. And the ulama say amongst the places that he had to blow was in her collarbone in order to make sure that she would become pregnant thereafter. So my sisters, when the smiley face, flower comes, whatever it is, understand that that guy knows what he wants. And that guy, trust me, is not an angel. That fellow has things up his sleeves. If he's a foreigner, it's a green card. If it's a local guy, he can't afford a regular woman, so he has to chase you because of what? There are reasons for why he's coming after you. Understand that. You have something that he doesn't want. Or you have something that he wants, and you have to protect yourself from that individual seeking Allah. And if you think he is the right person, then say to him the following, go to my parents and do what is necessary in the good manner so that we may continue with whatever needs to be continued from here on. And thereafter Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed her with such a beautiful birth that she became Nasya Mansiya. Every woman will tell you at some point or the other, no, I don't want the next child. Why? Because I've had enough of giving birth to the first child or the first two children or first three, whatever it is. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it such that after she gave birth, it became that she forgot about the fact that she even gave birth, which proves that not only was she a pious person, but her birth was also accepted by Allah, that the trace of it and the horrors of it, which many women will undergo or have underwent, she had managed to escape. So we'll end off with this given advice in the essence of time, because my time is already 5 minutes over. We'll end up with the following statement: men and women must protect themselves, and one way to protect yourself is by bringing Allah
Allah into the equation. And when you bring Allah into the equation, men will not fool you, women will not fool you, business partners will not fool you. Nobody will able to take away the value of what you have. But by contrast, if you do not bring Allah into the equation, then Allah will say, I am not part of the equation, I am not part of you, you ignored me. Now you wanted to show that you are a big boy or big girl, now you go and deal with it yourself. Therefore, if you have been through problems, whatever it is, it's not the end of the world. It is time to make istighfar, it is time to seek rahmah of Allah, and inshallah from here on our life will become much more easier. Wa akhir da'wana.